Hey everyone, it's Jake from the Down Middle Podcast. Listen, I know we've been gone for a minute, but we're gonna be back next week. But today I am here to introduce you to what might be the best episode of Weekly Wrestling Wrap Up to date. So I forgot how truly great this episode was. So this episode shows the debut of our theme song, written and performed by Nick Name. Great piece. It also is the first appearance of our weekly wrestling wrap-up signs, which would eventually be taken away by WWE at an ECW SmackDown live event taping, because this is when they were both, I think ECW was live, and I think this is when they were still taping SmackDown, or vice versa. I can't remember which was taped and which was live. But yeah, I'm pretty sure ECW was live. But anyway, you wouldn't see that on camera, but they did eventually get taken away along with Nick's RC Cola sign, which I was very disappointed because that was, and his tab sign. You also get to see a story development as the plot unfolds with Johnny Charismo's true intentions. Things take a definitely dark turn. We touch on one of the many instances of a steroid controversy in WWE. This was the 2007 one, which was a bit of a surprise because this was after their new wellness policy had been in place. And I completely forgot about this being in episode 13, but this is the first appearance of the notorious Canadian brothers. Even if you haven't seen Strange Brew, you will find this funny, but if you've seen Strange Brew, you'll find this hilarious. Or if you're Canadian, because this one's for you, Justin. It's not for you, because this was back in 2007. I did not know you in 2007, but still, time travel, it's a thing. But anyway, here's the episode.
Are you ready? Yeah!
Quickly! Wrestling! Wrap up! Wrestling Wrap Up is something to do! You've been watching every week, I know what you do! Take us to the toes and a monkey to the two! Bang to the bird! Bang to the bird! We make you soon! It's true! I like the wrestling! Wrap Up is right now!
What? Welcome, wrestling fans, to Weekly Wrestling Wrap Up. I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes.
I am Jake Russell.
I am Nick, and this is Peter.
Back where he should be.
On my lap.
Well, a very odd week in wrestling because rumors on the internet, I guess.
Well, can I take this one, Joe?
You could take it to home.
There was a news break on the internet. 10 WWE wrestlers were suspended for steroid use. Now, those names will not be officially released until the 1st of November, but as the dedicated commentators we are, right guys?
Dedicated as a marble.
We're going to tell you who got suspended. The thing was, we didn't know for sure either. We had some lists, some unofficial lists, but I think with some absences in the rings, some very blatant attempts to get some people out for a month, we figured it out. And we also confirmed that they were out for steroid use because everyone on the roster got a haircut.
At the same place. At the
Great
same time.
clips.
Great clips.
Because that's how they tested for the steroids.
Which would explain their crappy haircuts.
We have inside information from the people at Great Clips saying like, hey, did you hear about Carlito? He looks like Macy Gray. I did that. Thanks. Steroid testing.
Exactly. Now we know why Jeff got a haircut too.
Jeff looks like a 12-year-old girl now.
But he's, oh, wait. I don't want to ruin what he is now.
Oh,
okay.
Ooh.
Well, I guess as always, we start off. Okay.
Ooh.
Hello there, boys. This is Johnny Charismo. I've got a little touch of bad news for you. I'm sorry to interrupt the Raw segment, but this is extremely important. You see, Johnny Charismo's actually been lying the past few weeks. It actually comes about that I am not an intern on the show. I was sent by the FCC to see if I would have to shut you boys down for the filth that you're putting out into the world. But instead, I'm going to try and save your show. So I am now the executive producer of Weekly Wrestling Wrap Up. I run it all, whether you boys like it or not. And just to let you know, any cursing that is on this show is going to be bleeped from now on. Enjoy, boys. I'll see you soon. Huh. That was different. Yeah, I'm not so mad that Charismo's kind of taking over the show now. That's fine.
Okay, we only created it.
That's true. But does that mean we can't say?
Did you hear that?
I heard kind of a beeping thing. I didn't hear what I said. We're being censored. I didn't hear that either. Very good. Wow, it sped up there. Oh.
Sphincter. Ah.
Hey, you can say sphincter.
Sphincter's good.
So,
Fudge!
you can say fudge.
I like fudge.
Okay, so we've covered we can't say fuck shit, so we probably can't even say the only way you can take it out is with a screwdriver.
I heard screwdriver.
Fuck, I guess not.
And it's not? What? Wow, this is a new era for our show. We're being censored. That's great. Well, okay, despite all that, I guess we have a new producer of the show.
Damn it, I thought I'd catch
I
it
didn't
off.
hear that either. That's very odd.
I thought I'd catch it off guard.
Yeah,
Well, it is good. We could. Damn it.
Shibadoom. Nope.
Foreclosure.
Heard that.
Funny hats.
Bunny hats.
Fondue.
Chicago! Chicago.
Yeah. Go Cubs and Bears.
As we do every week, we start off with
Ew.
Raw.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Had to squirt a little.
You got raw on me, Joe.
Sorry. I am sorry about that. This week, even with all the steroid scandal and everything, if there is one,
There is one.
okay. It started off with Jeff Hardy versus Umaga for the Intercontinental title. And even though they kind of set up for this match last week,
Umaga was one of the people on the list for steroid use. Was he a user? Let's find out.
What happened, Joe?
Umaga on the roids.
What?
Oh, you mean with the match? Oh, Jeff Hardy beat Umaga. He's the Intercontinental Champion. Good for Jeff.
Which means that Umaga is #1 on the steroids list.
After that kind of okay match, it showed Coach and Vince. Carlito came in. Carlito got a haircut. And like you said earlier, it looks like Macy Gray.
Looks just like Mason Gray.
But Vince decided to make a handicap match with Carlito and Umaga versus Triple H later in the night. Ooh. Then it showed Santino Marella and Maria. They talked. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
I don't care.
I can't even say
Do you care?
I don't care.
Okay, and then it showed William Regal and Melina talking, and Melina was kind of whispering some dirty stuff into William Regal's ear about Vince McMahon. She was saying nice stuff about what she did with Vince, which is
She did.
icky.
Ew.
Stephanie came over, looked mad. Then Linda came up and slapped the hell out of Melina.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my slap of the week. Ron Simmons came out.
That never gets old.
I can't even do an impression?
Come on, we can say. We'll talk with Charismo later. We will talk with the power to be.
Darn! You can try that out. Darn!
Darn! It's just not the same.
Not the same, is it? And then a match. Maria fought Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix won. Who cares? And then Rocky Balboa talked to us. Sandman came out, caned the crap out of Rocky's face. No more movies for Rocky. Beth Phoenix wants a women's title shot, Unforgiven. She earned it because of her SummerSlam, her winning her
Victory
match
in the
SummerSlam.
Diva Battle Royale.
That's right.
Which made me angry.
What do you think about that match, Nick?
You know, the Diva Royale, not too bad. Personally, I was hoping Michelle McCool would get it because I find her the hottest. And I wanted Mickie James to win it because I also find her the hottest. And you folks will agree with me, Mickie James is 2 thumbs up in mine in Peter's book.
And if I had 3 thumbs?
Which, technically, you do.
Well, yeah, but
One thumb's just bigger than the other two.
I mean, we can't say on the
Said
show,
that.
so I don't think it's gonna let me show my 3rd thumb.
Yeah.
Cock.
No, I've got a third thumb. It's on my elbow.
Candice Michelle came out and, you know, came face to face with the Uber Diva, Beth Phoenix. It was awesome. Real came out to the ring. Orton was on the Titan trying to explain why he did what he did to Cena's father. Didn't really have a good excuse, did he?
No, I honestly didn't even really listen to this.
Yeah.
And Orton was also on the speculative list of steroid users.
Number 2.
We'll find out.
I'm going to go and put him as number 2.
Pick my nose.
With 2 fingers. Drink.
Right. I'm still drinking, guys. You can't stop me.
Here we go.
And then Orton, was it the roid rage that made him kick Cena's dad in the face?
No, it was not.
Well, he's just a jerk. He's a dick. Orton talked about what he did. Orton and Regal makes a match. Orton and Cena and Unforgiven for the WWE title. Cena came out, looked pretty ticked off. Scared us for a moment that he could have been on the list because he beat the living crap out of Regal, and we thought maybe he'll be stripped of the title. But nope, he got away with it free and clear.
So this title match at Unforgiven means that Randy Orton is innocent.
For the moment.
And Orton was not on the roids.
Let's just wait till he trashes another hotel room. Then next match, World's Greatest Tag Team fought Kendrick and London. Kendrick and London won. They're the new #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles.
About freaking time.
Exactly. Jillian with Daivari talked to Lillian about her new album. They both sing. Yay.
Tavari's voice. He's got it down.
He's got a good voice. He could have an album in his home.
Well, not in the U.S.
No, in like Russia or something, wherever he's from.
Well, System of a Down did it.
That's true.
Well, the system went down. Oh,
Too soon.
I just got that.
I still don't get it, but too soon.
They suck.
Cody Rhodes and Mickie James came out, had a tag team match with Jillian and Apu. Cody and Mickie won.
Although
Girl won.
Cody might want to watch his step. He's manhandling the Dykinator's real girlfriend.
Yeah, he's manhandling my woman. Hey, I'm not the Dykinator. Kenny Dykstra is. Rumor has it them two are living together in Texas. I'm not fond of that. I love Mickie. She's my girl.
Next match was Triple H versus Carlito and Umaga. No contest. What the f***?
What?
But then there was mayhem. Carlito left, and then Umaga got the crap out of him by Triple H and a sledgehammer, which kind of proves that Umaga was probably on steroids.
Well, he lost his title, and that rose suspicion. But when Triple H took him out like that, that pretty much confirmed.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's kind of set in stone now. Let's
And
go.
then for some reason, the main event was the McMahons with their lawyers. Had tons of fun. The only really bright spot was Triple H came in the middle of it. I'm sorry. Stephanie came out. Linda came out first and talked about all the women Vince had been boinking. There we go. I can say that. Yeah, charisma. And said she could take him for all his money, which she could. And Stephanie came out and they talked, and Vince was trying to prove how good of a father he was, showed a video. Instead, it showed a video from No Mercy, I think 02, 03, and showed him beating the crap out of Stephanie in a match. Then Triple H came on and said...
On the screen, not on the stage.
No. On the screen. And that was the only really up part of it, because he just goes, "Hi, Stephanie." Again, beating around the bush about their marriage.
Oh, hey, Vince. Hi, Stephanie.
She loves that muscular, meaty guy.
Dude, I love that muscular meat eater.
Yeah, but you're gay. Vince says everything was a lie, everything he's done the past few weeks, that he only was unfaithful one time, and that caused this bastard child.
Which, that's crap, because if anybody remembers...
And let me say bastard child.
Because you're not using it in the derogatory sense.
You bastard. Oh, okay.
That is not true, because if anybody remembers the old Vince and Trish Stratus affair...
Yeah, that's true. He cheated on her a lot.
Oh, I love Trish.
But
So did Vince.
Well, then my stop it the week. Hang up. Let's all do it this time. Let's do it. Stop it of the week was when Kennedy came out and said that he was Vince's son. And this is how he explained it. Did you ever wonder why my name was actually Kennedy?
There's a reason why when you found out you had a bastard child, you crossed paths with me. There's a reason that my last name is your middle name, which makes no sense.
Hold up, wait a minute, let me get some information in it. That does not make any sense. Why would his last name be Vince's middle name?
Doesn't.
The only way that can make sense is if Vince went out and found some woman whose last name was Kennedy and said, we're porking.
Because your last name is Kennedy, and my middle name's Kennedy.
So
Right.
maybe 25 years from now, some douchebag with blonde hair can come out and call me out, and it would all make perfect sense.
So Kennedy is not his son because a lawyer came out who was representing the bastard child's mom.
And he was a really bad actor.
Very. And came out and said that Kennedy was not his son. He said the truth will be revealed this week. Who his son is on Raw, and he gave Vince a clue. Things are looking up.
Now, see, most people thought that was a reference to somebody tall, like Khali or
King
Big Show even.
I think my personal bet is that it was Hornswoggle,
Short.
because Hornswoggle looks up.
A lot.
I never even thought of that. That actually makes sense. You know who I think it is? Dink the Clown.
I think Dink's going to make a comeback with Doink. Okay, well that ends Raw for this week. Awesome episode. I guess next we will go to ECW wrap up.
Where some big things happened, if you know what I mean.
I don't. Let's go.
Greetings, Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up fans. I am Jake Russell, your ECW correspondent, here to bring you the latest happenings in the Land of Extreme. ECW kicks off with a match between Matt Striker and the Boogeyman. Well, as always, Matt Striker talks a lot and gets his handed to him. But, unfortunately for the Boogeyman, Striker wasn't alone. He brought out Big Daddy V. And after the Boogeyman decimated him on the dance floor and in the ring, Striker called out Big Daddy V, who clotheslined and then slammed Big Daddy V into the floor. It hurt a lot. So the Boogeyman won by disqualification. Next, we have a segment with our ECW General Manager Armando Estrada and CM Punk. Now, those of you who remember, CM Punk won a title opportunity last week on ECW by defeating The Miz, The Boogeyman, and Big Daddy V. Well, Estrada's kind of tired of Punk getting these #1 contenderships and then losing the title matches. So Estrada tells Punk, "This is your last chance to win the ECW title, okay?" And Punk gets shitty, but then he's like, "I gotta win this," which tells me something's gonna go down tonight. Okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. And then finally, we have a match between Balls Mahoney and The Miz. It's about time. Well, let's get down to it. First thing that happens, Balls is already in the ring. The Miz comes out with Extreme Expose for some reason. I noticed something. The Miz dresses more like a grade school kid every week. Because now he's wearing one of those douchebag hats and a bandana. What the fuck? What the fuck? Down here? So, but Kelly looks at Balls. The Miz and Balls proceed to fight in the ring in a really lame match, but it turns out that the Miz busts Balls right into the camera. The Miz beats Balls. The Miz wins, okay? The Miz wins. Well, after the Miz gets the pin, he and Layla and Brooke all leave the ring, but Kelly goes in to check on Balls. Check on Mr. Mahoney. Until the Miz pries her away from Balls. Pries her out of the ring against her will. Miz, just get a hold of yourself. Kelly likes Balls. Get over it. We have a John Morrison interview about the match later that night. An ECW title match against CM Punk. Morrison actually builds up the match really well in this segment. He's talking about how he is just so much better than CM Punk. Well, unbeknownst to Morrison, well, actually very beknownst to Morrison, he was on the list of possibility of being a steroid user. I wonder if he did. Next match, we've got a tag team competition. Elijah Burke and Kevin Thorne, former New Breed members, team up once again to take on Stevie Richards and Tommy Dreamer, two ECW originals. Now, you would have thought Tommy Dreamer and Stevie Richards had known each other for a little while. You'd have thought they would do better in a tag team. They actually were really bad compared to Burke and Thorne, who gelled very well together. Of course, they used to be partners. You know, it was actually a really, really good match. It ended with Elijah Burke doing his Elijah Express to Stevie Richards' back and then getting the pin. It was a pretty good match. I wouldn't mind seeing some more, competition between the originals and the new guys, just a little bit more. before the originals retired. Then finally, the final match of the night, CM Punk versus John Morrison for the ECW title. It's exciting. Let's go. This match, honestly, it was it was WrestleMania worthy. It was just excellent. The match would have been, not counting the commercial breaks, like if you'd been watching the match during the commercial breaks, it would have been about 22 minutes of just nonstop, and it was so good. Nonstop wrestling counters. None of this, not a whole lot of high flying stuff. Although that's what Morrison is famous for. I mean, just a really, really great match. Finally, the Punk era begins. CM Punk is the new ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and it is going to be glorious. Which, regrettably, this proves that John Morrison was in fact on the steroid list. But, this means that Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion. I like it. This week, we've got a little special treat for you. Nick's usual TNA segment is not going to be given to you by him this week. Instead, he has sent an invitation to our sister show from our northern neighbors, the Canadians. Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up Canada is going to bring you your TNA segment this week. Enjoy that. You're in for a treat.
Happy 4th of July from Stevie Wicks. Celebrate Independence Day with our Americana candle collection featuring red, white, blue, and red, white, and blue layered candles. We wish everyone a safe and happy holiday.
Hey, can we put this sign down? It's getting kind of heavy. Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put down my beer.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, my beer. Welcome, wrestling fans, to our first segment of Weekly Wrestling Wrap-Up Canada. Go ahead and do our theme song for you, will you?
Oh yeah, okay.
Beer's empty.
Go, 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 go!
That's a beauty, eh? I'm Jim Storm, and this is my brother Stu.
How's it going, eh?
Yeah, we're going to tell you about what happened this week in TNA wrestling.
Oh, but before we do that, eh, why don't we tell them our big news, eh?
Oh yeah, we got some big news for you, eh? You can tell them, though, eh? I'm not too good at breaking good news to people, It's a real beauty, eh?
Okay, eh? This week our segment of TNA is not only going to be shown to our folks up in the Great White North, but also down south to our allies in the States. So on behalf of me and my brother Jim here, we know what you did to Brett in Montreal, so you could take off, you hosers.
Yeah, that's right. My brother Stu here can do a pretty good impression of an American, eh? He's a real comedian, this guy. Go ahead. Go show him your impression of an American, eh?
Okay. And kind of rusty, though, so don't judge me, eh? Hello, I'm a pure-blooded American, eh? Let's go to Starbucks. That's my impression, eh?
Yeah, this is pretty good, eh? My brother Stu used to do acting in all kinds of commercials, and so he's real good at impressions,
Hey.
Alright, hosers. So sit back, grab some corn, a couple cold ones, and it's wrestling time.
Yeah.
So first off, we're going to tell you what happened in the match of Kazarian versus Tomko. Tomko lost.
Well, you gotta give him a little bit more information than that, eh? People tune into this stuff for information, and you're letting them down.
Okay. Settle down, you hoser. That rude fella came out and tried to interfere, but it backfired. Mrs. Brooks tried to check on Kazarian's condition, and Rude, that hoser, he yelled at her.
That what a piece of garbage, eh? He doesn't know how to treat a woman.
Listen to this guy. My brother Stu here knows all about women. He goes out on a different date every week, and sometimes he comes home real late too, eh? I even see him come home with more money than when he left.
That's right, eh? Oh, hold on, I gotta get another beer.
Oh, that's good.
Hey,
Now you're thirsty.
Hey,
that was good stuff. Hey, it's smooth going down, eh?
Oh yeah, hey.
Oh, okay, moving on. Samoa Joe defeated Raven, even though that AJ Styles hoser tried to interfere.
After that, Tomko Styles and Christian Cage beat up Samoa Joe in the ring, and they handcuffed him to the ropes. And then Joe's fellas came out and they tried to fight, but they weren't enough, and they got demolished in the ring. It was actually kind of hard to watch, eh? I almost spilled my beer.
That's not funny, eh?
Oh, I didn't though. I held on to it real good, eh?
I would have disowned you as a brother, eh?
Take off.
Okay. The main event was Sting and Angle being defeated by Abyss and Black Machismo in a non-title match.
And after that, James Mitchell appeared in the arena, and Abyss came out and he started chasing the guy. Hey, that's kind of like when you chased that hockey referee. You remember that? Hey, you look like a real klutz, you did.
Hey, that Ozer called icing when the puck was in front of the blue line. That clown deserved it.
That's true, eh? But you didn't have to throw down the goalie.
I get a little rowdy when it comes to my favorite sport, eh?
It was a pee-wee hockey game.
After Abyss took off, Team Pac-Man came out and attacked Sting and Angle. Oh, and then they spray painted Pac on their back. Hosers.
If those two ever tried to do to me, I'd say something to them. You know what I'd say?
I don't know.
I'd turn around and I'd say, hey, you hosers can take off. I'm gonna go fry up some back bacon and shove it down your throats until you two both choke to death.
That'd be a good way to go, wouldn't it? Well, that wraps up our TNA segment, or wrestling segment, whatever it's called.
Listen to you. You're drunk. It has sincerely been a wondrous garden full of information and pleasure, eh?
Oh, yeah, listen to this guy. He's a real genius. He knows the Webster.
That's right, eh? Unlike my brother Jim here, he doesn't know the difference between a jelly donut and a cooler.
Hey, take off, you hoser.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for TNA Wrestling.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Jim Storm, and this is my brother Stu.
Hey, see you later, eh?
That was a good show, eh? A real beauty.
Yeah, until you mess it up. You're drunk, you can't even talk. Hey, you need to learn how to hold your beer better.
You're drunk. I'm not drunk. You can't hold your beer, you hoser. I think that went alright. I think the boys might have pissed their pants a little bit. I'm talking to myself. Oh. No, I'm not. Look who finally decided to come back to the show. Have a seat here. Where the hell have you been, Hawaii?
I've been to Nebraska.
What? Never mind, mate. Look, I got some news for you. Looks like I'm going to be running the show from now on. I've been fibbing a little bit. I'm not actually an intern. I'm now the executive producer of the show. What do you feel about that?
I guess it's great.
Alright, I wouldn't expect more out of you. Well, I got to tell you, you and Agent Intern, whatever he is, I'm going to try. I like you two. I really do. The last few weeks all of us have been together, I'm going to like you both a lot better than those three dumb aces that are downstairs doing the show. They're not what I want for this show. And maybe eventually there'll be a change. So, you never know, one day you might be running the show, yeah. Well, I'll be running the show, but you'll be second in command.
Better than Asian?
A lot better than Asian. I love drinking, because I'm Joey Holmes. This is the SmackDown wrap-up of the week, and it's a doozy! Best SmackDown they've had in months, maybe even a year. It was great. First off, we start off with the VIP Lounge with MVP. Brings out Matt Hardy as a guest. They show a clip of Matt slugging MVP last week after their match, after they won the tag titles. Matt honestly just wants another U.S. title match with MVP. But MVP says that they're having a tag title match against Deuce and Domino at Unforgiven, so that's not going to happen yet. What they're doing with this is excellent. But MVP brought out Deuce and Domino to the ring with Cherry, and it was Hardy against Deuce, and Hardy won, mainly because MVP interfered and pushed Domino, and it distracted the ref. Matt was able to hit the twist of fate on Deuce and win the match. MVP didn't cheat, he just helped. The Dykenator with Victoria fought Chuck Palumbo and McCool. Palumbo and McCool won, who cares? And then Teddy was talking with Crystal and Vicky in the back. Teddy bought her a Jagged Edge CD. They will perform live for Teddy and Crystal's wedding. Well, it's taped on Tuesdays. It's not going live on Fridays, but hey, they'll be there. Vicky made a very funny joke. She's a comedian, this woman. She said the CD is funny because it's named Baby Making Project. She reminded her of Vince. That's not funny at all. And the next match, Finlay and Khali versus Batista and Kane. Actually not a bad tag team. Not great, but it was okay. Batista and Kane, they won. Noble with Shannon Moore set a trap for Hornswoggle backstage with a box of Lucky Charms. Actually kind of clever and funny. It was a big box, had a little stick. Hornswoggle would go under it, pull the stick, and the box would fall on Hornswoggle and trap him. I don't really know what the point of that was. Even if I don't know. I don't know what the hell the point of that was. Hornswoggle reversed it and trapped Noble in the box. Because Hornswoggle's smart. And that little tiny body, he's got a bigger brain than Noble, which is sad. And he stole the box of Lucky Charms, which is pretty funny. Festus and Jesse make their first appearance on SmackDown. It was not an interview, thank God. See Noble in the box, and Jesse makes a funny joke, said, "Someday, they're going to name a box after you, Festus." That's how he looked. And then for the Cruiserweight Championship, it was supposed to be Noble versus Hornswoggle. Noble got counted out because he was trapped in the box. Hornswoggle's still the champion. Oh my God. Oh, wait. Oh, folks, I'm sorry. If you remember last week, we had a special report from Joey Holmes about Andre the Giant returning to the U.S., causing a lot of mischief. We're going to go live out to the field to Joey Holmes right now to cover more of the story. Joey? Hi. Thank you, Joey Holmes. I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes. We have new information on Andre the Giant. The information last week was not a fluke. As you can see, the walls are almost crumbling down here in New York City, which is where I'm at. That's right, I'm in New York City. Andre is angry. And again, I warn you people, if you see this guy, run, because Andre is probably close. He is angry at that guy. We don't really yet have an identification, but Andre wants blood. He is attacking the United States. This is worse than terrorism, Al-Qaeda, anybody else. It is worse. He is now attacking New York. I don't know what to do. This report has gotten way out of hand, and I can't keep up with Andre the Giant anymore. God, I think he's outside this place now. My God, Andre is angry, folks. He is back for blood. He is going to show no mercy for anybody. Oh God, this is a very scary time for the U.S. My God. Okay, if you see Andre in the street, run. He is not as friendly as he used to be. Back to you, Joey Holmes. Dropped in. Good reporting, Joey. Please keep us updated on this Andre the Giant thing. There was a druid in the ring. Mark Henry came out, grabbed the druid, tried to fight it. Lights go out, the druid disappears. Again, the druid could be Undertaker. Probably. So, hang on. I was thirsty. I had to run back in. That was it for that. The main event, which was one of the top matches of the week, minus the Morrison Punk match, which Jake reported on. I think they tied for match of the week. I Quit match between Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. Went about 20 minutes. They really only used a chair, but they were very creative with it. And Rey showed that he is back. And Chavo, why he... Well, folks, I think we found our next Wrestling's Most Wanted. Chavo's on the roids. When you look back at him in WCW, look at him now, it's pretty obvious. So, Chavo... You're out! You quit. Rey won. But then Khali came out and attacked Rey, crushed his head like you would a basketball if you had huge homping hands. And in a very terrible sight, Rey started to bleed from the mouth, and the audience just went quiet. It was very, very emotional and very kind of cool. But then Batista came out to rescue Rey. He did, speared him. Khali left with his little translator. And backstage, Teddy did the right thing and said, you know what? That was wrong what you did. Forgiven. It's a triple threat match now for the World Heavyweight title. Khali versus Batista and Rey Mysterio. So things just went up for Rey. He might get another world title. You never know. Batista may get it back. Doubt it. So much is going on. So I guess now we will go to the end of the show and for our memorable match of the week. What is it? I don't know. Go. Wasn't that a fun show, kids? I think it was. Man, who knew that Andre would be destroying the world? It wasn't terrorism. It was Andre.
Ism.
Andreism.
That's, we're in code
That
of Andreism.
Andre.
Anyway, as we do every week at the end of the show, we bring you our memorable match of the week. Who wants to introduce it this week? Because
I want to.
I don't know what it is, so.
I want to.
Okay.
This match is Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Now, the funny thing about this match is they're both Intercontinental Champions.
Who would have thunk it?
How the f did that happen?
I'll tell you how that can happen. Shawn Michaels was the reigning Intercontinental Champion at that time. However, he failed to appear in the storyline for several title defenses. Ergo, the organization gave, well, they didn't give, they had a challenge for the Intercontinental title in which Razor Ramon won. Well, Shawn Michaels was pissed.
Go on.
So, Shawn was set to fight Razor Ramon to unify the titles. Stop looking at me! In the course of that match, Shawn Michaels is on the ladder and Razor Ramon goes to try and get him off. He pulls down his pants.
Uh-oh.
And we get to see some Shawn Michaels butt.
Back in the heyday when he had a cute butt. Why did you say that? Alright, so as we are every week, I'm Hot Stuff Joey Holmes.
I'm Jake Russell.
I'm Nick, this is Peter Pan.
This is Edna. You don't have a nickname. We're out.
What is that? Here we go! Wrestling, wrestling, wrap up, no time, right up. Joey, Jake, Peter, maybe introduce for the NBC. Here we go. We play wrestling now.